Here's what Christian wives need to know about affairs. And I know you think, oh, I'd never have an affair. Well, I used to think the same thing. I thought I was the least likely candidate to ever have an affair. But if I can fall into the trap, so can you. So let me tell you about a couple of setups for an affair that you need to be avoiding, that you need to be so cautious about these setups. Are you letting resentment grow toward your husband? Are you dealing with the issues that are causing resentment, or are you sweeping them under the rug, afraid of conflict? If you do that, your resentment's going to grow more and more toxic until you are just a prime candidate to be set up for an affair. Secondly, are you working in close proximity to a male coworker? Are you working in partnership with someone? Are you emotionally bonding with another man? Are you having deep, meaningful discussions with another man? Are you sharing with another man about your family life? Even though it seems just innocent, you're just kind of chatting. This can cause an emotional bond between you and another man, and it might be a slow process, but Satan's very patient, you know. It took Satan about 10 years for him to slowly weave a web with me bonding with a male coworker. So do not work in close partnership with a male other than your husband, and don't share about deep personal things, about your family life, that kind of thing, with another man. It is a setup for an emotional bond that can then turn into an affair. And third, be careful about how many romantic comedies and romance novels you're reading, because this can give you a very unrealistic expectation of what your husband should be like, who could never live up to the actors in the romantic comedies, you know what I mean? Okay, what if you're actually in an affair, as I found myself in an affair? What got me out of that, honestly, was just kind of waking up one day and saying, this is not who I am. What has become of me? I mean, I am doing things that I am totally against. And it's like, once I finally realized that this was a delusion from Satan himself, it's like I finally was able to wake up. And in 2 Corinthians, I think it's 2 Corinthians 11, God talks about Satan masquerading as an angel of light. That's right. He is the master of delusion, and he's going to get you to think that this other man is your Prince Charming. This other man, he is your real soulmate. This other man is the one you really need. And it's a big, fat, stinking lie from the enemy. It is a delusion, because 99.9% of the time, this other guy isn't going to make you any happier than your husband. You just think he's going to make you happier. So avoid falling into that trap. And if you're in that trap right now, I urge you to sever all ties completely, break away from all the things that have you connecting to that other person. Even you have to switch jobs, do whatever you need to do to completely sever that tie, and then pour yourself into God's Word. Read God's amazing promises to you if you obey Him. Oh my goodness, the promises that He has for you are extraordinary. I loved contemplating on Psalm 103 during that season of my life when I was coming out of that affair. Psalm 103 talks about how God is going to redeem my life from the pit and crown me with love and compassion. That's a good promise to hold on to. And by the way, God has brought me immense joy once I turned away from that lifestyle.